Welcome back, writers, to Session 6. Informational writers use a variety of techniques to incorporate information. So think of bricks. After you lay down a level of bricks, you can add another. But you can't do it till you have a strong layer. But we want to expand and elaborate our facts and information by laying down and building those pieces of bricks together. So this is what you need to know. We're in informational writing right now. It's made up entirely of, information. The book you will be making is like a brick wall, only the bricks are pieces of information. You write information books by taking those chunks of information, your bricks, and then you lay those pieces of information alongside each other. Let me show you what I mean. So here is an excerpt from a book by Bobby Kalman, An Emperor Penguin's Body. The body of an emperor penguin is designed for life in the Southern Ocean. An emperor penguin has powerful wings. It uses its wings as flippers when it swims. Its body is streamlined or smoothly shaped, allowing the penguin to swim quickly through the water. An emperor penguin must swim quickly to find food and avoid predators. Predators are animals that hunt and eat other mammals. So what are some techniques being used here by Bobby Kalman? I noticed that she's bold printing some vocabulary words, those content-specific words, and she's defining them right there in the writing. Its body is streamlined, comma, or smoothly shaped, comma. And then the next one, she finishes with the word predators and gives us the definition in the following sentence. She also uses some description, uses its wings as flippers while it swims. So here's some different elaboration strategies that you can try. And we've talked about some of these in our previous units. Quotations, statistics, anecdotes or microstories, observations, descriptions and imagery, vocabulary words, list, labels, diagram, and sometimes just having different punctuations, colons, dashes, parentheses. Those are all different strategies you can try out in your writing. So I know you've been working on the same chapter for a couple of sessions, and maybe you're starting to feel done with it, but we're going to dive in again and really work on those elaboration techniques. So let's take a look now at this example from Ubiquitous, and you also have this printed larger in your writer's notebook. What are some of the strategies that are being used in Ubiquitous? Right, there's some labels and diagrams. It's diagrammed right out around the poem about beetles and some illustrations. All really great ways that you can elaborate on your work. So go ahead and in your writer's notebook in session 6, you're going to see again that same list of elaboration strategies. Today, you're going to elaborate your chapter. So go ahead and circle a technique you want to try and incorporate in your writing today. Quotations, statistics, anecdotes or microstories, observations, description or imagery, vocabulary words, list, labels, diagrams, and different punctuation, colons, dashes, and parentheses. The ones that are in bold, you can look back at our 2 examples from today, beetles and An Emperor Penguin's Body, to see how they used some of those strategies. I'm going to give you about 1 minute to circle. to go write long and strong. You can go back to your draft that you've been working on. And also in your notebook, you're going to notice a blank piece of paper. So if you are trying out something that might be a little bit more like diagrams or labels, you have space to do that. Off you go. writers, welcome back. I'm so excited to see how you're using some of those different elaboration strategies. You'll find this chart in your writer's notebook as well, but I wanted to take a moment to review some of the different ways that you can define words for your readers. So we're going to talk about 3 different strategies today. The first one we just saw a really great example of in the Penguins excerpt. When you put the definition and you just throw it in right between commas or quotation marks. And what does that mean you're doing? Well, you're including the meaning of the word in a sentence. Then, once established, it spreads its hardy green leaves in a wide flat circle or rosette, which crowds out the other plants. So that tells me what a rosette is. Sometimes the definition can also stand on its own. After using the word, define the word in its own sentence. Animals such as giant tube worms move towards deep sea vents to escape the cold temperature. Vents are cracks in the ocean floor through which heat from deep within Earth escapes. So it used the word vent in the first sentence and then defined it on its own in the second sentence. And sometimes we see bold words in glossary. So bolding an important word and defining it somewhere else helps our reader find it and understand. So in this case, ubiquitous is bold print, even had a little star next to it. Ubiquitous, something that is or seems to be everywhere at the same time. So these are some other strategies you can work into your writing while you're revising and elaborating today. I want to take a quick moment before I send you off to show you how when you're ready, you're going to start typing your chapter today. Okay, so this is what your Bend 1 animal book is going to look like. It's important to remember that you and all of your group members will be working in the same slides presentation. So you're going to need to be respectful of everyone else's work and make sure you're working on your slide. So you'll have a spot to type your animal name and who it's authored by. In this case, all of your group members. Then you have your table of contents. It has space for you to put up to 6 chapters. If you need more or you need less, you can always ask your teacher with help for formatting. You should know your chapter that you're working on, and if you need to, you can always go back to your session 3 work and look at your table of contents. Then you'll see the same slide is repeated a few different times. So you should know what your chapter is and the order of your chapter because your group already agreed on your table of contents. So if I'm chapter 1, I'm going to go right to the chapter 1 slide. I'm going to type my chapter title here, and then I'll start typing up my chapter. If you need additional slides and you're not sure how to put them in, you can always check with your teacher for editing help. And again, we need to remember to be respectful of all of our friends working in the same document. You've got about 15 more minutes today to continue writing long and strong, and then we'll come back together for share. All right, writers, let's take a second to review our target. I can elaborate in my information book. I know I'm successful when I add details and I use at least one new elaboration strategy. We talked about a lot of different strategies today, and I know you all picked at least one to try, so hopefully you used that one and added some more details. Let's take a minute to reflect on this part of our rubric. And remember, when we reflect on our rubric, we are always asking ourselves, did I do it like a third grader? So here's what we're focusing on today. I taught information in a way to interest readers. I may have used drawings, captions, or diagrams. Not yet, starting to, or yes. Go ahead and take a minute to assess yourself. Awesome job today, writers. You are impressing me so much this unit.